Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to do a lesson real quick, a response to a video done by these brothers right here from the South Carolina camp. The brother that you see right here in the front, his name is Manak Zakba. Shalom to that brother. And I wanted to do a video based on the title here called "Everything is Not Just Black and White," because our people have this mentality that when they see somebody that look like a so-called white person or an Arab or East Indian, they automatically assume that's what their nationality is. But when you read the book of James, I'm going to actually read it here from my phone. I have a window open up right there, but I could just go to my phone real quick. It's the fastest and more efficient way to do this. If I go to the book of James, one moment, chapter 1 verse 1, it says, James, a servant of God, his name is Yahweh, he has a son, his son's name is Yahweh Shai, and of the Lord Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the true name of who the world calls Jesus. Okay, it says, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. What does that mean? That means the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel is scattered on the four corners of the earth. So guess what? We love to have sex. Okay? Hell, and as a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago I had sex. Okay? So, as a nation of people, we love to have sex. Now, nearly 1,000 years ago, when we were scattered, right? We were scattered among the Japanese people, among the Chinese people, among the Russians. Okay? Well, actually, we was in rulership. We was in rulership. We was ruling over Europe. We was ruling over Germany. We was ruling over the Middle East. Okay? The Southern Kingdom was living amongst the Africans. And guess what we were doing while we were living amongst these different nations? We were having sex with their women. So guess what? The babies that was coming out of those women had lighter skin, because the women are more responsible for our appearance than our fathers are. So when you come out of your mother's womb, you're going to look more like your mother, whether if you're a male or a female. So those babies that was coming out of those mothers' wombs, they was looking more Chinese, they was looking more Japanese, but guess what? The spirit inside that baby is the spirit of an Israelite. Let's prove that. Let's go to the book of Numbers. Your father's lineage is determined, your nationality is determined by who your father is, not by who your mother is. Okay? The man is the one who carries the seed. And a matter of fact, the word seed goes back to the Greek word sperma, which means sperm. And that's why when you read the Holy Scriptures, when it comes to the father's lineage, it's always determined by who the father is. Period. Let's go to the book of Numbers, the first chapter. And I'm going to just look for it real quick. Okay. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they decree and they declare their pedigrees after their families. Okay? By the house of their fathers. By the house of their fathers. Now, when you look up that word house, That word house actually means lineage. Okay? Because we all got houses. Come on. So it's not talking about physical houses. Okay? That word house actually goes back to lineage. By the lineage of their fathers. So I'm going to read it again. Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families, by the lineage, by the house, by the lineage of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward. So your nationality is determined by the lineage of your father. So, again, our people have been scattered on the four corners of the earth, according to the book of James, chapter 1, verse 1, right? And guess what? Amongst these different nations, we were having sex with the women of the other nations, giving birth to our people. It's just plain and simple, man. It's so easy to understand. So, you can't just assume that when you look at somebody, they're a heathen. No, okay? Because they could be an Israelite, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. Not every Israelite is going to know how to dance. You know? The Lord have given us talent according to that which He have given us. You know? Me personally, I am multi-talented. Okay? I'm an artist. I can sing. I can kind of sing. I'm a little good at rapping. I'm a little good at freestyling. I could play basketball, football. I could play soccer, kickball, dodgeball. I can juggle. You know, I'm somewhat acrobatic. I know a little bit of dancing. I'm not the best in the world, but I'll do my best. But the point is that the Lord is going to give Israelites, He's going to bless them greatly in some kind of way. If you don't know how to dance, then you are a great basketball player. You know, if you don't know how to play basketball, then more than likely you're excellent at boxing. If you don't know how to do boxing, then perhaps you are a great comedian. And if not that, you are an artist. There are some Israelites that know how to create anime, video games, okay? Tetsuya Nomura. Look up Tetsuya Nomura. I believe that dude's an Israelite. Okay? He's the guy who originally started Final Fantasy Versus 13. Okay? One of the most popular video games ever. Okay? Look up Final Fantasy Versus 13 trailer. That game was created by an Israelite. It's called Final Fantasy Versus 13. Okay? Okay? No credit to Final Fantasy 15, but look up Final Fantasy Versus 13. Okay? That was started by a guy who goes by the name of Tetsuya Nomura. Okay? It's called Final Fantasy Versus 13. Tetsuya Nomura, I believe that guy is a Jake. Okay, but you know, there's going to be Israelites that's going to look like Chinese people. There's going to be Israelites that look like Japanese people. There's going to be Israelites that look like Arabians. There's going to be Israelites that look like East Indians. There's going to be Israelites that look like Africans. There's going to be Israelites that look like Hawaiians. There's going to be Israelites that look like white people. But guess what? They are Israelites. You know why? Because their father's lineage on their father's side goes back to a so-called black, Latino, or Native Indian. With that, I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one.